This is my short neck turtle Susan, and right now her tank is very boring. This was always going to be a temporary tank for her, but it's been long overdue. She's been in here for too long. It's been about a month, so definitely due an upgrade. She's about 10 months old now. I bought her when she was about 8 months old. Right now this tank is just in my living room, so it's a very prominent spot, but she's going in the fish room now, which is a huge upgrade. Actually, let's go to that right now. She's going to get a really good spot in the fish room. This is a 3-foot tank, and it's actually really deep as well, so she's going to have a bunch of swim room, and I'm going to be making the basking area up the top here as well, which is going to be its own challenge. We're going to take this empty tank and turn it into a turtle penthouse. But I think she's going to love it. Let's get started. First up, we need sand. I'm only going to be using sand this time. No substrate, no aqua soil, no nothing. And a really thin layer of it as well. You'll find out why I'm only doing sand very soon, but for now, let's just throw it in. Okay, that was the least cinematic thing I think I've ever done, but job's done. Sand is in the tank, and as I said before, this is the shortest amount of sand I've ever done. Like, this is basically a bare bottom tank if you ask me. And you may be wondering, how am I gonna put any plants into this tank? This is how. I'm gonna fill these up with aqua soil and sand and hide them with rocks, and this is gonna be the only planting area I have. It's gonna be a weird tank, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so this looks really good here. You can barely see it, and once I put the rocks in front of it, it's actually going to be invisible. I'm going to put one on the other side, but I've also got to put in the nutrients, which is basically going to consist of broken down substrate from old tanks, a little bit of sand, and some fresh aqua soil. Alright, we're all done with the planter box. As soon as I add stones around here and hide the plastic bits, I'm going to add some Amazon swords. Same with this box, and I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Again, I'm going to put the rocks in first before I decide where I'm going to put this. But I think this is going to work really well. Alright, now time for the stone. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start off with this. And just like that, we have a hidden planter box. I might get some more rocks to put around it just to cover that top bit of the plastic, but for now this is going to work really well. Next up, I'm going to decide what piece of wood I want to add. Alright, this looks really good. I think I'm going to put that last little planter box just behind this piece of wood I just added. Alright, just like that, we've got our second planter box. Now I've just got to quickly add some stones around there. This is probably going to be the last bit of hardscape I do. Alright, we're actually looking really good in this tank now. The only problem I have is this piece is definitely going to float. Neither of these pieces are waterlogged, so I'm going to need an ugly rock to hold this down until it waterlogs. Alright, ugly rock acquired. Pretend you don't see this, okay? It'll be removed soon. Okay, I found this statue in my 6-foot tank, and you could barely see it because of the plants, but I think it looks heaps better in here. So this is the perfect spot because the plants are going to go nice over the top of it. This is going to look great. And we're pretty much done. I'm going to pray that none of these sticks float because these are both not waterlogged. They are very dry, but we're just going to roll the dice and fill the tank up, so wish me luck. Alright, we're all filled up now. We've got a little bit of tint to the water. We're going to add some filters, and then we're going to add some plants. Okay, now it's time for the plants. For the 2 planter boxes, I'm going to be using these Amazon swords, and then I'm going to use Java fern for everywhere else. Okay, the Amazon swords are in, and I'm just gonna say it now, I think that was the right decision. You can't even see the planter boxes at all, and you still get that nice lush planted effect. And now I'm gonna put Java fern everywhere else. Yeah, look how much I've got in this bucket. This is gonna be perfect. Alright, we've got the tank looking so good at the moment. Tank's completely full, all the filters and the heaters are in. This tank's almost ready to go, but there's still 2 more things left. And one of them is the heat lamp area. For this tank, I wanted to make it extremely unique. I wanted to have the basking area above the tank, which poses a lot of problems, I'm not gonna lie. But I think in the end, it's gonna be worth it. I've managed to get this microphone arm to hold up this heat lamp area. Actually, no, sorry, this is the UVB. And then I've got this heat lamp right here just clamped on. And this is actually done. I actually did this before I started the tank. This was the first thing I did. I had to clip it onto the bottom of this massive stand, and I've got it set up to the smart plug, so Voila. Look at that. So Susie's going to be able to go up here and bask and get that nice juicy UVB. And you may be wondering, how is she going to get there? I've actually ordered a ramp and I'm going to stick that just behind here so she can get up to this basking area. Actually, to be honest, looking at this, I've probably overfilled this tank. This is my ramp. This is what the turtle will be using to bask. Now, obviously, I'm gonna have to block off the back of this area and completely block off any bits that she can walk out of the tank and over the edge. So I'm gonna get a piece of plastic or perspex or something like that to put up here as a bit of a fence. And again, right here as well, do the same thing. So she'll have a nice little diving platform to get in as well. This is just a little grippy kind of ramp, and I'm gonna be 3M taping it right there. Should be able to use that bit of it to get up and then get all the way to the top of the tank. All right, we're on. This way she's got plenty of room to get up onto this ramp and then make her way up here and onto the heat lamp area. Hang on, let me just pop this light back on. But yeah, this tank is ready to go. Oh, actually no, not yet. We got to put some backing on here. I got to figure this out. Alright, so I've cut out this piece and I think this is going to go perfect at the back. I actually haven't tested it out yet, but that is perfect. I'm going to stick it onto this stand right here, and that goes just far enough so she's not going to be able to get out above the ramp and not going to be able to get out on that side. And there's actually one more piece that I've cut out as well, and that's this. I've got to cut out this front piece as well, and I'm just going to rest it up here. But one other problem with the tank, it's not really a problem, but it's just a preference, is this light is really, really bright. So this is my solution. Voila. See how it's like diffused the light a lot? So yeah, it's gonna act as a bit of a shield and protection from jumping out. Whoops. I'm just gonna stick it with some 3M tape to the light and we should be good to go. Okay, Susan's tank is ready to go now. All the water tests show me that the tank is completely cycled and it's ready for fish, or in this case, turtles. And I bet she's keen to get out of that little tank because this is a massive upgrade. I don't know if I've said this already, but I actually rescued Susan and it feels really good to put her in a nice big tank because the tank she was in before me, not good. But let's go grab her. All right, Susie, I'm sorry for the distress I'm about to cause you, but I promise it's gonna be worth it. Okay, it's been 2 days now. She's been eating these pellets really, really well, which is really good because Harold never ate these. He was really fussy. So it's actually really nice to have a turtle that just smashes anything. But I'm actually gonna experiment here a little bit. I'm gonna try and feed her up on top of the heating lamp area. She's only ever eaten in the water for me, so it'll be interesting to see what she does. This is a bit of an experiment. Okay, this is without a doubt one of the most successful tanks I've ever done. To cycle the tank was nice and easy, and she settled into the tank really, really well. To be honest, I thought there'd be more of a learning curve to the ramp and the basking area, but she got straight up there pretty much. It was literally the next day that I added her to the tank where she was already up there basking, so. But I'm actually really happy with this tank now, and of course Susan is very happy. As you can see, I've got a lot of empty tanks to do, so there's gonna be a lot more videos coming very shortly. But until then, later.